Hi, I'm going to paint a postcard while I talk to you today. And I just finished this rock here with a cat on it. So you can watch a previous video if you want to see me paint that. So my birthday was recently, so I'm going to paint this as a thank you card. And when I painted the rock, I had some leftover paint. So I'm just going to paint this into a thank you card with a cat, of course. I don't really have a plan, because I wasn't planning on having extra paint, but a big glob of white came out when I was painting the rock. So we'll see what we can come up with. So two colors I have extra were the white and the purple. So I'll just start with that for a background. And all my birthday gifts, I think almost all of them, or maybe all of them, right there is why I was looking that way, were cat gifts, or cat themed gifts. And everything was for me and not the cats, which is nice, since it was my birthday, not theirs. My niece gave me a book, which is about cats. It's right here. So it's called The Cat's Meow. So I have not started this yet. It's about the evolution of cats from savannah to your sofa. So I'll be checking this out soon. And someone asked me recently where I get all my cat shirts. So the one I'm wearing right now is a shirt that I think my husband gave me this one. So I don't really know where some of them came from. Like some of the shirts I've designed that I have on, they're mostly all on Redbubble, which is a print on demand site. Like some of my art is over there too. But I'd say a good portion of mine are gifts. And some of them I bought at clinics. Like I have a shirt from the place where we take the cats for TNR, the outdoor cats, to support them. And sometimes I find them at craft shows or art fairs. I think my very first cat shirt was actually from an art fair or a fall festival, which is not a true art fair because it has all kinds of things. But someone there had some cat shirts. And that was when I probably found out that cat shirts were a thing. And then I bought some online from other sites. Or if we go on vacation and we see a cat shirt, I usually get some there. So I'm using acrylic paint on watercolor paper. Like this was a watercolor postcard that I got at Hobby Lobby. Like it's in a set like this. So I just peel one off and paint it. And people seem to appreciate getting like a hand-painted card. Let's see, I'm looking for pink right now. Oh, here it is. We'll just put some pink in this. Oh, that was on there kind of tight. I still have a lot of white, so this card will probably use a lot of white. But I really like this pink mixed with white. I think it's called magenta something that I can't pronounce. Quinacridone magenta. I'm sure I butchered that. It's added to the list of words I don't say correctly. That's fine. Okay, so I'm just kind of blending the colors together here. Maybe it will end up looking like a sunset. And I also got for my birthday a shower cap that's cat themed. And some note paper. It says advice from a cat, and at the bottom of the page it has some advice from a cat. So that's cute. And then I really like thank you cards and handwritten notes. And my mom gave me these cards. And I have some more stuff over there too that I will show you. So with this paper, sometimes it kind of dries fast, and I end up doing a bunch of layers. And if you think that this is boring to watch while I talk, maybe I should switch to doing them as time lapses. So I'm still kind of trying to figure out the best camera angle. I only have the one camera. Obviously, it would be better if there was one on me and then another one where you could see the painting in progress. So maybe I'll try to figure out that soon. I could probably use my husband's phone to do 2 videos at once. Step up my YouTube game. Okay, so now that seems a little darker than I wanted. So I'm just adding in some white. And Taco just came in the room. Maybe he'll come in viewing distance. That'd be another thing to have another camera for, just be to watch the cats. Hopefully you can see him. Hi, honey. I'm really hoping he doesn't jump over here, because I do not want him to get paint on his feet. Like, paint is no good for cats. So I'm just trying to put in like a pink stripe here. He might go up to the cat shelves. He likes to play on them. And I do have a video with tips about the cat shelves too. We put them in, yep, he's up there where you can't see him. I don't know, I think 6 years ago or 7, and the cats still use them. Some cats use them more than others. Like Buster did not use them that much, but he would sometimes. I wonder if this looks like clouds. So I've only been painting maybe like 4 or 5 years. And I've mostly learned from watching YouTube videos and just painting a lot. I did take some classes at the local art center. Those were helpful. So, and with acrylic paint, most mistakes you can just paint over. So, trying to get this to look natural. I think painting clouds is hard, at least for me. It is. So, and one of my rocks I painted last week, my husband said it had too many clouds, but I left it anyway. Like sometimes you might just look up in the sky and think, oh, there's too many clouds. And I don't know if you can see this. I still have a huge thing of white left. So I might end up painting another rock here too. We'll see. Okay. See then, if there's a little places where like the paint doesn't go all the way down through the paper. I don't know what that's called. I don't like how it looks. Like it might just look like a little white random spot in the painting. So just trying to, and if I add more water, maybe because it's watercolor paint, it's more likely to cover it. Or not watercolor paint, watercolor paper. This is acrylic paint. Okay. So I might end up just wasting paint today too. It's a lot of white, unless I did a bigger painting. But I had to work today too, besides working on this video. So that will most likely be wasted paint, unless I can fit it into this card somehow. So sometimes I like to do the whole painting with one brush, but when I do the letters, I will switch to another one. See, now that looks too purple compared to the other purple. So I'm just going to put some white down here, because I'll have to go over it again anyway. So Taco's still up there. He's up there supervising me. He is a good supervisor. He also likes to supervise the litter boxes. So if another cat is in the litter box, Taco might watch them do their business and then help them cover it up. Okay, so this is looking to wash out some of that purple. Okay. So now it's not like blended that well with the pink. Sometimes I end up like fussing a lot when it was probably just good enough, and then it takes on a different look, and I kind of regret it sometimes, but in the end, it's okay. Okay, so I'm going to show you, I'll show you the shirt my sister gave me. I was checking my hand for paint. So she gave me this shirt. I think it's really cute. It has so many cats on it. And I do not know where she got this one from, but it's cute. And for fun, she also gave me some paper plates that are cat shaped. And she also gave me a really nice purse, which is not in this room right now, so I'm not going to show that to you. But it has cats on it, and it's purple. So two of my favorite things together. Now, would you like to get a hand-painted card in the mail? I was thinking maybe I should try to sell them, like on Etsy or somewhere, or right on my website, if somebody would want one. You can let me know in the comments what you think of that idea. Let's see, so now this is a time where I should have just left it. Now it's blending a little bit better. Almost too well. Get some more white in there for contrast. Okay. Add some pink down here. Sometimes this guy is pink and purple. And very beautiful. See, now I'm trying to just fill in the little white spots I mentioned earlier. Let's see, so that's kind of dark when I want light. Okay. So these cards can take a while to paint, especially at my experience level. But I sure do enjoy it. Okay. I think I have all the white filled in. Okay, I think that looks good. Hopefully everything's covered. Sometimes I don't see it until later, and then it is too late, and it is what it is. Okay, so now the hard part is, where do I put the thank you? And how do I put in a cat? So I've done other cards recently too. I'll show you them while this dries, while this layer dries. So here's a beach one I did. This one took a long time. But I just put thanks in the sand. And this one was kind of like the one I'm doing now, with just thanks with 3 random cats. So I moved those because Taco sneezes a lot because he has a chronic allergy condition or sinus condition. And I don't want snot to get on the cards, which I'm sure you can understand that. So I'm going to use this brush to just try to write on thank you. And sometimes I try to make the thank you look like clouds. He was thinking about jumping over here. But I'm not that good at clouds, so we'll just see how it turns out. I'm going to try to paint them all in this, like the same stroke direction. I don't know if that's a good idea or not. I'm just trying. Let's see how it looks. Try to make it look a little wispy, maybe. It kind of looks like a poorly formed tornado more than a T, but once I add the H, maybe it'll look better. Let's see. So far, so good. Doesn't really look like clouds, I don't think. Maybe if I did more like a dry brush. We'll just see. I do appreciate you for watching, especially if you made it this far. That's helping me get more watch hours on YouTube. And it signals to YouTube that people like my videos. So, I appreciate you very much. Let's see. Okay. And there's a good chance that the person watching my video, they might get this card in the mail. So, kind of a spoiler for them to see it on YouTube before it makes it to their house. But that's okay. Whoops. It's going to be a wide N. So it's thinking about how like AI is like a thing now, even for art. And maybe that makes hand painted things even more valuable because it's not AI, it's not mass produced, it's a hand painted card. Which AI can make one just like this, but not hand painted. So we'll just see how this looks. Actually, I think it looks better than I thought it would. Oh, I might have put you too small. Let's make this a little bit bigger. Feel free to tell me something about your cats in the comments. I do read all the comments, and I usually at least like your comment, or if you ask a question, I try to reply if I know the answer. Okay, let's see how this is going to come out. How will I do an O like that? Guess kind of like one stroke at a time, one tiny stroke. I still have a lot of white paint. I shouldn't worry about it so much, especially since someone gave me that white paint because they were done with it. They were switching to a different brand. And so they gave me this big thing of white paint, which was really nice. I probably should have wrote her a thank you note. Maybe I did. It's been a while. So sometimes things don't really come out symmetrical, and that's usually because I don't draw ahead of time. Like some people draw their cards out how they want them to look, which can have a much better result, but I'm just doing everything freehand. Try to make these look a little bit more wispy, maybe. Like as if the wind was blowing that way. I can try that. That can make it look more cloud-like, maybe. And I have watched videos about how to make clouds. Not cloud letters, but clouds. And I think the technique just takes a lot of practice. Just like it takes a lot of time and practice to get a feral cat to like you sometimes, or to trust you. Like with Pork Chop in the yard. It took him about 3 years before I could pet him. I can just put my finger on that. In my previous video, where I painted a rock, I talked about petting your cats every day. So you can watch that video if you want to see more about what that means. And Taco's coming back. You might have heard him. He just cried. Like he really, really, really wants to come over here. You being a good boy? I had to block you though. I know you can just jump over my arm if you want. So I've changed my positioning for painting, hopefully to get better light and so you can see me better and see the whatever I'm painting better. I don't know if that looks like a Y anymore, but like sometimes I probably should have just left well enough alone. Trying to be fancy. But it's good practice to try new things. So, most people that watch my videos are not subscribers. So if you can subscribe to this video, you get you can turn on notifications. And you'll know exactly when I post a new video. I know I should be posting consistently on the same day, but the other things going on in my life, it's just been random for years. So I do appreciate anyone that subscribes, and that helps my channel to grow. Okay, so now Where should we put the cat at? I really don't want him over here. Okay. He seems content to sit over there. Okay. Let's try to do the cat. I'll do my initials over here, because that's easier. And then I'll put a cat on this side to kind of balance it out. Okay, I'm just thinking, should I do a cat that's filled in or not filled in? I guess it'll be filled in, because that's what I did with those initial strokes. And the thing with art is, it's okay if your cats don't look perfect if you want to paint a cat. Most of mine don't, but that's okay. I still enjoy it. And when it comes to hobbies, that's what's important. So this cat might be a little chunky. That's okay. I think it's okay for cats to be a little chunky, because then when they get sick, they have some stores to work with. Obviously, they should not be obesely overweight where the weight's causing them health problems, but a little chunky is okay. Okay. So I might have put in too much white for this to look like a cloud cat. See, I just overthink everything as I learn and grow. So I think earlier I said the wind was going that way. So which way would that make so would the tail go that way? I guess the tail would be blowing this way. I'll try to make it look like a cloud. And I'm going to add a little bit of purple into the cat and see how that looks. And this painting, there's glass on that, so it's okay if Taco sneezes on it. We can just wipe that up. My other paintings, like that one's acrylic over there without a coating on it, so we just put it where Taco can't sneeze on it. So I don't know if this is helping it look more like a cloud. We'll just see how it turns out. I'll probably put some more white in it. And as you know, I have plenty of white. Now, if you would order a hand-painted card, would you want them in a set? Or would you order just one? And really, these can be framed too. It's just like a 4x6 painting. I think that looks better with the purple in there. All right, I'll put some pink down here. So I'm just mixing white with the pink to make it light pink. Because like here, it's kind of where the pink went through the sky. Put some more white on that. Okay. Whoopsie. Brush got a little funny there. So we have a food dish in here, so Taco's down there smelling the food. So ideally, I would have 3 cameras. One, so you can watch me talk, one to watch me paint, and one to watch whatever the cat in here is doing. But that would require a cameraman too. I have to follow the cat around. This cat has a really long tail because it's a cloud. Okay, I think that looks good. I just gonna have to fuss around up here a little bit more because of the white coming through, the little white spots. Okay. Got those covered up. Like those are the ones where sometimes you can't see them until it's dry. Okay. This was the one I painted earlier in a different video. And here is the card. So you can let me know what you think in the comments. And thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate the views and subscribers and all of that. And thank you again.